to hear in Nacogdoches. SFA is the only school in the Southland to feature a Terraflex floor. Carlson's first set attempt goes to the middle, and Tala Newsom with the kill. Starters for SFA. Cam Hill on the outside with Kennedy Jones, Call in the libero jersey, Henderson and Cravens in the middle, Flynn setting, and Holtman on the right. SFA will run a 6-2.
Greg, we're seeing a little bit of an adjustment from SFA than what we saw on Tuesday night. You know, we highlighted Molly Cravens where she was going in the middle. She was playing some middle. We thought it was going to be more of an experience. Well, now you've noticed that Debbie Humphreys has moved Cravens back out to the right side. I think we're going to see a continuation of that depending on who is up with Henderson and Molly Cravens.
There, that's exactly what Stephen F. Austin needs to have a good night tonight, is to serve well. The Jacks came into this match with 63 aces, and they had only been aced 32 times, basically doubling up their opponents in that category. 2-1 SFA. Carlson back set to the right side and kill Malaya Jones. Jones starts on the right side, Wilburn on the outside, Carlson at setter. Schilling in the jersey for SMU. Onyanyu in the middle, and Livings, who had a massive week last week, opposite Wilburn on the outside. Here's Casey Batenhorst in for the first time, serving into the net. Another adjustment, Brittany, that Debbie Humphreys has made tonight is Kennedy Jones on.
That's correct.
In the L1 slot instead of Ilana Diasis. I expect we'll see Diasis, the graduate transfer from UTRGV, as the match rolls on. Luna Franza in to serve, and both serving specialists. Error. SMU using their libero switch back and forth. Again, that rule implemented last year. Two ladies able to dress in that libero jersey. We've already seen all four that are eligible in this match so far. Mia Silva in. Call denies SMU a second time in the sequence. Long rally and out. That's the way to get the crowd involved in this match, to have a long rally with a lot of good net play. Everybody with smiles after that, breathing heavy. 4-3, SFA.
And that's the thing that is going to be so different for SFA. That is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to rally, be willing to put everything down. They're going to have giant touches, and that's amazing. Look at that shot by Molly Cravens, finding the split in the block. But that is something that SFA does such a good job of. They rally hard, and then whenever it's least expected, perfect pass, ball to the ground. SMU may have the height and the adjustment, but SFA has the fight defensively that you're going to see on the SFA side.
Zoe Gunn, SFA's second setter, and now with Kai Creasy, second middle. Gunn sends it out to Kennedy Jones, rattles it off the block. Gunn has taken over as the second setter. Brittany mentioned the second middle and rights are fluid for Stephen F. Austin, at least at this point through the first 10 matches of the year. Gunn has taken over as the second setter for the last 3 matches for the Lady Jacks. Jones again able to find the corner, and SFA has a 2-point lead. Libero Schilling has to handle second ball, and it works out just fine for the Mustangs. Kill on the left side for Jaden Livings. I mentioned that she was bananas this past week. She had a career high, Brittany, 26 kills against Kentucky last weekend.
It's insane.
Ace. One of the things that SFA will have to contend with is an absolutely blistering offense when it's on for the Mustangs. Both of the outsides for SMU hit over 300. Second service error for the Mustangs, and the ball will come back to the Lady Jacks.
You know, SMU, their pin hitters that they have, they are just super athletic. They have amazing arm swings. And so it's going to be really important for SFA to make sure that their blocks are tight. Their defense has stepped up a little bit because we're not going to get a lot of touches. Like anytime any athlete gets up and they're swinging high, your goal is just put up a good block. That way your defense can see around it. And that's going to be the same thing on SMU's side. They're going to see a little bit different, but they're going to have to step into those seams.
Kennedy Jones serving now after Crystal Wilburn's first attack went long. So much crowd noise that Jones didn't even hear the whistle from the up ref. That time Wilburn able to find the floor. Libro Schilling, transfer from High Point. SFA tangled with them last year. Two mid-majors, Stephen F. Austin and High Point, that are both well regarded in D1 volleyball. There's a block. Newsom, and they'll probably give Carlson an assist. That ties us at 8. Schilling rocking the red shoes tonight to match the red Libro jersey. And that's going to score off of Schilling, and the Mustangs can't chase it down. Kat Holtman with a kill, her first. Not much pursuit space on the sidelines in Shelton Gym. There's a special row of seating. You caught it in that last sequence. That's very close to the court here. Low set by Carlson. Not much the Mustangs could do with it. SFA changes direction to Cam Hill. Tried to get hands, but didn't. Side out, back to SMU side. Carlson end over end. Not a good first ball by Stephen F. Austin, and freed back over on the Mustang side. Joust goes SMU's way. One of the things, Brittany, that we said we were going to watch for before we got on the air is, can SFA keep SMU from going on long service runs? And Carlson with a nasty, nasty serve. Ace. Her 8th.
I think that's what's going to be the difference maker. Both teams are battling. We watched Zoe from SFA side go on a little bit of a run. That gave SFA a lead. We're going to see Carlson go on because she has an amazing float serve right now. So unless somebody can capitalize offensively on those tough servers, there's a good chance we may see a few of those runs.
All right, it's 3 straight. Let's see if Humphreys, yes, she does. Carlson, let's see if SFA can get a side out right here. They do the old-fashioned way by a service error. The Jacks have now made one trip all the way around, so primary setter Jaden Flynn is back in on the back row. And Molly Cravens, who Brittany told you about, has been moving back and forth between middle and right, is back in on the front. Tough first ball for Carlson to do anything with, and her bump serve goes into the antenna. All right, possible serving target for SFA. We've seen now Livings mishandled too. They're going to hide her. So Samberger hides her. And now they'll pass Schilling and Wilburn. And look at that. In like Flynn.
You know, and that's what's so important. Whenever you're pulled back, you still have got to be an active passer, even if it's just communicating. You've got to expect the ball coming to you.
And a little too hard that time by Flynn. So SFA gets to within one as each team traded many runs by their setters serving. And now Wilburn's chance to send the ball over for SMU. Good serve.
Nice adjustment on that combination.
Out to Jordan Henderson, and it's blocked out of bounds. Point SFA.
That was such an amazing adjustment by Jordan Henderson because that ball was tight. That was a battle just getting the ball up to target. Great use of the other side's block.
13 apiece, SMU hitting .235, SFA at .067. Leah Jones returns the favor by banging her attack off the block. Batenhorst back in to serve. Batenhorst has been on a service tear. She's got 7 aces in her last 2 matches. Flynn gets chased a bit. I'll tell you what, Brittany, that was, you talked about adjustments by Henderson. That was a beautiful adjustment by Flynn.
Yes, it was. You know, and she's always done such an amazing job with any pass that she gets. She's putting the ball up to give her hitters a chance to be successful.
Out of system ball coming for SMU. Banged off the top of the block. Kill. Livings. 3 for Newsom, 2 for Jones, now 2 for Livings for SMU here in the first set. Kennedy Jones for SFA and Jordan Henderson have a pair of kills. Service error has been rough for the Mustangs here in set 1. That is the 4th service error already. Gunn and Creasy back in for the Jacks. Tied at 15 in what has been a very competitive first set. Here from Debbie Humphreys Court in Shelton Gym. More service errors. That's the 3rd for Stephen F. Austin. First time to see Maggie Croft in for the Mustangs. She'll serve. Croft, a freshman for Erger's club. There's lots of them. Lots of newbies over there on the SMU side this year. Give and go, Kennedy Jones, side out.
It's a great swing up against a giant block. Kennedy really just swings high, high approach, rolls that ball right over to the line shot.
Jones back in the serving rotation for SFA. She didn't start off the year serving for the Jacks. Middle attack, blocked, touched, give Creasy a block, and SFA's got the lead back. There's that Livings target again. Oh, look at that.
That was
Pam Hill.
Absolutely amazing. we've seen a block that tough.
I'll tell you, Hill has really blocked better here in 2025 than she has any of her 3 previous years as a Jack.
I would agree with that.
All right, SMU answers and sides out the Jacks to make it 18-17 SFA. Subs continue to pour in for SMU as Newsom is back on the floor and now Schilling her second time to serve. There you see on the season, 4 aces, 9 errors. Jones has been hit and miss on first contact so far here in set 1. And that is a huge strike by Malaya Jones down the line.
And Greg, that's what you've talked about. That is the one thing that in this game against SMU and Carlson is running SMU's offense, there are no free balls. You swing, whether it goes over, out, in the net, you cannot give SMU an opportunity on a free position to
absolutely
set
not.
anywhere you want.
If you give Carlson the chance to be the quarterback, it's going to be a long, long night. And there's a kill by Holtman. Humphreys had in that last sequence, while Brittany was taking you through that, had put in Ilana Diasis, who we talked about, we knew we'd see. Diasis in there to try and stabilize the passing a little bit and also score. So Diasis now back as an outside in place of Kennedy Jones. SFA trying to be first to 20. Not yet. Newsom tied at 19. Well, Brittany, we talked about it in the opener. Could SFA hang in? Could the crowd help them? Here's their chance to go down to the wire in this first set. Let's see how each team operates now that we're to the end of the set. Creasy mishit into the net, and SMU regains the lead and is first to 20. Remember, Carlson served 3 straight times on the mini run. This is where the Jacks need a quick side out to stay close and not let the Mustangs build a 3 or 4 point lead here at the end of set 1. Humphreys is going to want her second timeout after that. We'll keep it here. All right. Side out, Stephen F. Austin. Flynn and Craven back in. Kill by Newsom. She's got 5 kills on 5 swings. All right, it seems like we say this every single match. The difference between 23-20 and 22-21 is huge in terms of the probability you'll win a set. SFA needs a side out.
A great cover by Carolyn Hall.
Good net defense by the Mustangs in that sequence. Chance to go up 3. Out. Oh, the Mustangs, we may have a challenge. Sam Erger is going to get the green card, and she'll challenge. There was a touch at the net on the attack by Living. Several ladies on the SMU side. Who shanked first ball, and what a bailout. Wow, not a good pass. But she serves for primary libero call, and there's going to be a timeout. SMU.
Man.
Hill, 3 good contacts. Livings ends set 1 as SMU takes the set 25-22. Set 2.
Question, because the thing is, kind of like we talked about this box score, it really, if you weren't looking, I mean, there's a great answer for you.
Right.
A great answer. I think if SFA can maintain their passing to where their setters can run any option that they want to, I think you're going to see more of a chance. If SMU's serving becomes tougher, then I think we're going to start seeing a few more issues.
The teams trade kills to get set 2 underway. Again, Newsom with 5 winners, and Kennedy Jones for SFA with 4 are the team lead. Carlson had 10 assists in the first set. Kennedy Jones gets kill number 5. SFA did accomplish the concept of not allowing the Mustangs to go on a long service run. By my count, I believe 3 was the longest run in that first set. SFA has been a little susceptible to allowing opponents to go on long service holds. One thing I noticed, Brittany, is this offense for SMU, it's just very tough for SFA to get consistent hands slowing some of this down. You can see why this team hits 300, 350 a lot. Both of their outsides came in hitting over 300, which is very, very impressive. Especially for hitters that are getting so many, like they're getting the good balls, the bad balls, the put in play, you know, all of those types of sets. They're getting more of the junk, I guess I could say, just throwing it up in the air. But I mean, I think that's a big credit. We've talked a lot about Carlson. She has wonderful hands, good positioning. She obviously runs her offense well, and so she's going to put those hitters in their best opportunities to be successful. Gun in now, on target, good pass, off of Hill and out of bounds. Kill for Livings. So the side-out game being played here early in set 2. Gunn's going to come back out to Kennedy. I'll tell you what, the move to the left side by Humphreys for Kennedy Jones, at least offensive. We saw Jones mishandle a few serves and stuff, but offensively, it's been great for Stephen F. Austin. Kennedy Jones is 6 for 10, hitting 600, no errors. Cam Hill goes and chases it down. Wilburn. Oh, Kai Creasy says no, no. No, no, no. And the hard part of about that play is that was the perfect opportunity for SMU to put the ball on the ground. They have got to go for deep corners when they are one-on-one. I'll tell you what, the Mustangs have not been able to get favor on Yanu on pace yet. Onyanwu has swung 4 times with 3 errors. Carlson gets chased a little bit in transition. Chance for SFA to go up 2. Kat Holtman down the line. It's in. You mentioned in the opener Kat Holtman's serving. 14 aces. When she errs, it tends to be long. Let's see if she can dial it back. She loves to put a lot of pace on her serves. That's a great serve. Oh, nice shot from the back row. Malaya Jones. Gunn just had both hands up in defense, back right. Again, look at that. Wow, twice on the blue. Malaya Jones from back right. That's a swing right there.
I love that they're not afraid to use an attacker from their back row. Malaya Jones has obviously, she came out of set 1. She's hitting 500. Why not hit her wherever she's hot, whether it's front row, back row? There we go again, another back row. And they're obviously going at SFA's setter. They have hit that same situation, that right back, taking the setter out of the game. It's been successful 3 times in a row.
They got some power arms in Jones and Livings back there, just swinging all out. Kai Creasy blocked back on to Stephen F. Austin's side. They'll change direction. Hill with a soft attack. Wilburn and Schilling kind of collided there. Again. Oh, and change of pace.
Yes, I loved it.
SFA scrappy, keeping the rally alive. Oh, wow. What an orchestration by SMU in that last sequence. Just patient. SFA really scrambling to keep it alive, and Carlson finally able to find the winner. Just beautiful in transition that time by SMU. (8-6) Mustangs. SFA from behind the 10-foot line. Kennedy Jones. Kennedy Jones is having herself a match. 7 for 12.
You know, Kennedy got in some time at the end of last season as a freshman. And something that I've always loved watching Kennedy, she always kind of remains very composed. She's going to swing. She's not going to hold back. And so she is the perfect person to put out right now, where she's not afraid of just get up and swing big. What's the worst thing that can happen?
I agree 100%. Jones is one of the attackers for SFA that has been in and out, right? I mean, she hasn't been consistently on the court, but when she's out there, she tends to play an aggressive style and doesn't back down, and I agree wholeheartedly. Against the number 10 team in the nation, you got to lay it out there. You got to go for it. You got to be willing to go up and fire.
Woo. Holy cow.
From the back. I'm loving this approach. That far off the net. And it's worked. They've gotten some absolutely vicious swings from behind the 3-meter line. And it'll be interesting to see if that continues and how SFA will decide to defend it. Jack's looking for a side out. Cravens blocked on the slide, and SMU's on a run. Carlson again, an ace. SMU on a 5-1 run now, 12-7. Fourth ace for the Mustangs, second for Carlson. And the block party's shown up. This is the first time in the match that Stephen F. Austin is very much back on their heels.
I would agree with that.
Now seen the first run.
Well, and I would even go as far as to say is we're just swinging to swing right now. So SFA has got to be willing to get up and throw in different shots. SMU is giant. They're going to put hands on balls. Go for hands, go for splits, go for that deep corner. Force SMU's defense to work a little bit more.
Cravens blocked again over there on the right, and now a 7-1 run by the Mustangs. They have doubled up SFA quickly, 14-7 behind Carlson serving, and SFA is way out of system at this point. Let's see if the onslaught continues. It does. Malaya Jones And Humphreys is going to want to talk them at 15-7. Trying to get a side out of Avery Carlson and get themselves back in this second set. Good dig on the back by Silva. And again, punishing SFA from behind the 10-foot line. Another kill by Jaden Livings. Again, coming off of a 26-kill performance, which was a career high against Kentucky last week.
And it's not very often you see that much offense coming from the back line multiple times in a row. SFA threw up 3 blockers on that last back row attack.
Jack's just begging for a side out at this point, and they can't get it, as there's the block by Newsom and Jones. And the set's turned into a runaway. It is 17-7. It is 9 straight at the hands of Carlson and a 10-1 run overall. Jack stuck on 7. Overdug back onto the Mustang side and almost scored. Carlson. SFA with maximum effort to return the ball each time and not getting a shot. So many times in that rally, Brittany, you saw Stephen F. Austin just get the ball back over.
Yes.
Just battle to keep it off the floor and not really get credited for an attack. And that kind of rally where you're not actually attacking is not often very successful. And Carlson, at this point, 10 straight serves. And it ends with a service error. Mercifully, let's see if SFA can play well here after that long. We talked about it. That is the #1 thing. SFA has been very susceptible in the matches they've lost to allowing their opponent to go on long runs in system and just mistimed a little bit. Carlson and Newsom not on the same timing, and Newsom's shot went to the back of the gym.
Well, and it was crazy because I was expecting a quicker tempoed set because Newsom was in waiting, and I think there was obviously a miscommunication. They're both like, my bad. It was more of a 2-tempoed set instead of that 1-tempoed.
SFA is going to go to Hill for the push, takes out Carlson. Schilling sets up a left side attack. Kennedy Jones finds the corner. Kennedy Jones has been the offense for Stephen F. Austin tonight. She's still... I think we're about ready. 19-9. And Krista Wilburn back to serve for the Mustangs. SMU got the first set, 25-22, a set that had 14 ties and 6 lead changes. What a serve that was from Wilburn. That throws down SMU's 5th ace.
You know, we don't get to see a lot of top spin servers. You know, the jump float is something that has traditionally taken over the past, 10, 15 years. And there's just something about a jump spin I love.
Oh, but Call passes a dime and gets the side out. Call did a nice job with a good pass there. And she'll rotate back to serve. 20-10. A set that's gotten away from Stephen F. Austin after the 10-1 run, after Avery Carlson stood back at the service line for what seemed like a half hour. Here comes Kennedy Jones.
Oh, great dig.
Roll that takes out Flynn. Holtman right into the block. Well, it may be a lost set for Stephen F. Austin. I am still seeing, though, that when SFA targets Livings in serve receive, that has been one opportunity to get SMU a little bit out of all three options, and I think that when she's back, SFA's got to keep that in their pocket. 21-10 now as the Mustangs look to close out the second set. That ball's in, and a kill for Molly Cravens. Cravens has got 2. 8 kills for Malaya Jones, 8 for Newsom, 8 for Livings on the balanced attack over on the Mustang side, and all 3 of those ladies hitting over 450 for the match. Did Holtman get hands? No, she did not. That makes it 23-11. Or I should say 22. I got ahead of myself. 22-11.
Oh, it's tight. Great touch off of the block.
All right, so we saw one very tight set.
Yes.
Where both teams were into the 20s. SFA was within 2 as late as 22-20. And now we've seen a large run by the Mustangs. And they are now just 1 point away from going up 2-0 in a runaway set. Jack's obviously going to have to regroup a little bit and get back to the way that the match was flowing in set 1 after the half. Jones trying to close out a big set for the Mustangs. And there it is as Kennedy Jones hits it into the net. Second set is a runaway. The Mustangs take it 25. Giving more of the court to the libero as Livings is scooted over next to Wilburn. The server again, that's a good pass. SMU gets the side out with a kill in the middle. The 10th ranked Mustangs, last year, they got victories over Pitt when Pitt was #1 as the overdig is thrown down. And SMU also got a win, and Wilburn will serve again. Nice dig on the back by Silva and blocked by Cravens and Henderson.
That's a great block. Cravens got over, closed it, didn't allow the seam. Outside, did not have anywhere else to go on that.
Middle quick, scores.
You know,
Newsom.
You talked about Newsom this entire match, and she really has been an offensive threat. And, you know, she's been very consistent with everything. She doesn't get a lot of looks all the time, but when she does get one, she is successful.
You mentioned the size of all these 6-footers. What's impressive about Newsom is she clocks in under 6 foot,
yes,
playing in there in the middle of all that and scoring. She's leading the floor with 11 kills on 16 swings.
Good aggressive high swing. Give themselves a chance to get back in it. Carlson, great choice.
And Livings able to get the kill. Livings now 9 kills.
You know, and I don't know, you know, with that entire sequence, I would have to, I was watching something else, but I would almost have SFA's middle bail just a little bit more and go ahead and camp on Livings because she's been so successful from the outside pin. So we're not, like, SFA doesn't need to put them one-on-one on that pin hitter.
SFA able to get hands on her that time, but then they find Kennedy Jones from the left and not able to get the micro touch. And so it's 5-2. Again, Jack's needing to make sure they get side outs and not allow SMU to go on long service runs. That's a good pass by the Jacks. And it results in a kill. Kennedy Jones, number 8. Great job by Carolyn Call right there.
This is the first time that I've seen SFA use more of that quicker tempoed set out to a pin, and that is going to create more opportunity for these outside pins to go up against SMU's giant blocks on the pin.
Just forcing it through the block that time is Jones. Kill number 9. She still has not erred over there on the right. She's mixed in shots from behind the 10-foot line, shots when she's front. She's been impressive as well. A lot of ways that SMU can score. Okay, overpass back onto the Mustang side. Chance for SMU to operate again, and another kill for Livings. One thing we've seen, Brittany, in the second and third set is that in some of the rallies that have gone a little longer, SFA has fought primarily to get the ball back over the net and has not been able to get good, strong scoring attacks.
Correct.
And that has allowed SMU 2, 3, 4 times to get just a good 3 touches and get it out to either Livings on the left or Jones on the right and end the rally. SFA's got to find a way when they're transitioning to be able to get attacks that could legitimately score.
I agree. And I would even play around after that last sequence. Living's really been hitting that angle shot consistently. SFA has tried to take it away. I would even flirt with the idea of let her see that there's a little line, see if she can hammer the line and see if she's error prone, because SFA really hasn't given her that opportunity. So I would be playing with anything and everything just to give an edge to get one more point, especially because SMU's block is so big and they've been so successful.
Big swing and block as Creasy and Holman able to shut down the left side attack. Carlson had a long way to run to just bump it up left front. SFA within 3, 8-5. Got to get the third set, do the Jacks, to keep this match rolling. 10th ranked SMU up 2-0 on the Lady Jacks. Service error. Ace count on each side. Mustangs 5, Jacks 3. Service error count on each side. Mustangs 7, and now Jacks 5. Cam Hill with a winner. Haven't called her name much tonight. Cam Hill's only got 2 kills on 18 swings, but she finds one there. That ball's coming up. You could hear the crowd ooh and ah on that attack by Jones. That ball's coming over with pace.
And it's such a tough play whenever you're having to defend a back row attack, because when you're coming off from the 10-foot line, you have more angles to work with. So unless you have a block up or you know exactly where they're going to hit consistently, it's very hard to defend.
All right, SMU starting to push out a little bit. Bad pass by Stephen F. Austin. The lead now is 5.
So SFA has made the adjustment. I was just about to say the same thing. SFA is playing extremely high. They are adjusting to that short serve that we saw from Carlson last serving range, or that set 2.
This is the type of play SFA's got to terminate. And they do.
That is huge.
That right there. SMU gave you an opportunity in transition. They didn't get a strong attack, and SFA's got to score. Those are exactly the kind of rallies that SFA's got to win 2 times out of 3 or 3 times out of 4 if they're going to cause any trouble. All right, Flynn, again, SFA's best overall server behind the line. Jacks down 4. Carlson gets chased. Another opportunity for Steve. The push, and look at that.
Wow, that was so good.
You could see it in Flynn's face the whole time. Her whole face lit up on that tip. She knew the back left corner was wide open. You could see Flynn's face right there, like her whole expression changed, like, I get to hit over there.
So good. Love it.
Chance for the Jacks to cut it to 2 with a little roll. Causes a little bit of trouble. And Hill gets it to go down. No, out of bounds. Just missed. Hill looking for that stripe and just missed. Wilburn trips the tape.
Nice dig.
SMU sends it out to the left, and another kill for Livings. Jaden Livings now takes over the floor lead with 12 kills. Again, all of the kill leaders for SMU hitting over 450. Jones 500, Livings 460, and Newsom 625. Big swing by Cam Hill, I like it. 4 kills for Cam. There you get a look at the hitting percentage per set and that big difference in set 2. But now SFA hanging tough, hitting 250 in the set. Did you see how patient Carlson was right there?
To be honest, that was the only thing that I was thinking about in that moment, because she is just such a fun player to watch. Very calm and collected. The ball comes out of her hands beautifully. That was just an amazing decision.
Her body, rather than perpendicular, parallel to the net that time, and just able to send it right where it needed to be. 14-9. Again, Badenhorst has been a serving menace. Almost another ace. Malaya Jones, Brittany. There's the media timeout. I'll get into the story that Sam Erger brought in this past year. Jones is the graduate transfer from Colorado State, and she has been fantastic. All right, SFA gets a break out of the media timeout. Jack still within striking distance, 5. Let's see if Carolyn Call, who occasionally earlier in this match had been subbed out for Franca to serve. Call staying in now. See if she can bring SFA any closer here in set 3.
Smart, very smart choice.
We haven't also called a lot on Yanwu in this match. On Yanwu. That is only her 2nd kill. That's only her 7th touch.
Well, and we've seen in previous attempts with her that she has a giant swing. And I love that they were giving her some success. There's that line shot I was talking about earlier, Greg.
I think she's got it in the tool.
I do. I want to see that that block adjustment. She can do it. I like it.
Livings came into this match at over 4 kills per set. The kill leader on the Mustang side, 131 total kills with her 12 now, up to 143. Now, the Jacks have been bailed out on long runs by a couple of service errors. I think if there's one specific thing that Erger might point to that she'd like cleaned up a little bit, it's those 9 service errors that SMU's committed. Starting to get a little late, so the Jacks need to hold serve. Let's see if they can. Kennedy Jones scores, and they can. Zoe Gunn will serve one more time. Jones, 9 for 22, hitting .227.
Oh, tight ball. Nice adjustment by Kennedy Jones. Just getting it off the block, let her defense, try to handle that a little bit.
All right, looks like we're going to see a sub. Oh, yes, this is Croft, who we've seen come in. Thought Erger pointed down to somebody we had not seen in the match yet, but this is Maggie Croft. One of the freshmen in the serve. Floater. Oh, SFA can't pick up first touch, and it falls harmlessly to the floor. Not something the Jacks can do here late in set 3. Again, SFA not with an attack in that sequence. And they pay for it.
Greg, that's like a non-negotiable. It is something, put your body in position, swing, because if...
Are aware of futures RPI, or what is sometimes run at Big Stats RPI. The official RPI has not been released yet, but futures RPI on SMU has them at 5. And SFA comes in at 108. Last year, the Mustangs' final official RPI was 10, and SFA's official RPI last year was 77. So SFA, for those of you back in Dallas, SFA usually RPIs somewhere between 40 and 80 consistently. Block. Jacks have been in the NCAA tournament 4 of the last 8 years, and among the 4 they weren't, they have 3 NIBC appearances, including 2 second-round appearances in the NIBC. 21-12 now, a solo block by Favor on Yonwoo, on to Holtman. I'll tell you what, SMU's done a very good job on Kat Holtman.
They really, really have. They recognize, when Holtman's been successful, she's swung super high over the block and going for those deep corners. And that's what you have to do against a team that is so strong defensively at the net.
Holtman is the kill leader.
Correct.
For SFA. And Holtman only has 7 attacks in this match. We are in set 3.
That's insane.
And your kill leader has touched the ball roughly twice per set. That's
right.
Not going to get it done. Now, we've seen a nice match by Kennedy Jones. Offensively, she's got 9 kills. But after that, Brittany, nobody on the Lady Jack side has more than 4 kills in this match.
Send it. There you go. I love that fight in SFA coming off.
But like we've seen so many times, when the Jacks haven't been able to get an attack in transition, then SMU comes back with a quick score. All right, so slowly the lead being built from 5, then out to 7, and now here close to the end of set 3. SMU at 23-13. Net violation on SMU. It'll come back over to SFA. 25-22 was the set score in set 1. 25-11 on the back row attacks and service holds by Avery Carlson. SMU looking for a side out to get themselves their first match point. They get it. And Brittany, I guess it's appropriate that here at the end of the match that Avery Carlson would serve. That service run really changed the momentum of this match. It really asserted SMU for the first time in this match in the middle of set 2. Let's see if SFA can keep it alive. Jordan Henderson with a nice attack. And Henderson gets up to 5 kills. That gets Flynn back on the floor with Cravens. No double-doubles tonight. Right side attack. Flynn digs it, and so Call will send it back up to Henderson. Oh, touch at the net. So Henderson will get another kill, and that'll get her to 6. Still match point with lots to play. Carlson killed down the line, and we've seen Jones all night long. SMU ends at 25-16 in set 3 and wins the match 3-0.
Games and lots of ranking points up the ground in the coming weeks and months.